guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I really do appreciate your time. So I wanted to quickly talk about this entire situation going on with Kween of Kings, aka Rose Miller, and her husband Brent. Y'all,
many of you guys have probably seen this particular TikTok page called Kween of Kings, which has 400,000 followers. But if you look at them on YouTube, they're over 1 million. It's a story about a black woman who goes by the same name of Rose Miller on Facebook, and a guy by the name of Brett. I do believe that is his name. And Brett married her, or met her, when she was 23, divorced with 2 kids. And you're probably looking at that situation in the background. She was 19 when she got pregnant, divorced at 22, met this guy at 23.
Let's get into why it's so important not to idolize none of these couples online. Y'all familiar with Rose and Brett? You know, the interracial couple that got together and, you know, supposedly so cute online and all that stuff? Yeah, they going through it right now. Let's talk about it. When I say let's talk about it, I'm not saying, hey, let's spill their tea, because I don't really care about their tea. But what I do care about is the fact that so many of us see people happy online and we be like, oh, I want to be just like them, not knowing nothing they really go through. This girl then said, oh, he came about to save my life, gave me nothing but good hope, changed me and my son's lives. Even hooked up with other like interracial couples to kind of make it seem like, you know, all black women should go this way too. Only to now be on live and cussing him out, going off saying how he was a bum sleeping in somebody's basement, she paid for everything, and yada, yada, yada. That's why you got to idolize somebody in your family. Where your elders at? Where your church family at? And being honest, even they make mistakes. What they going through in their marriage, that's their business. But what I am telling you is what you going to go through and what you experience in your marriage, relationships, friendships, and anything else, that's your business. Keep it offline. Keep focused. Understand everything ain't what it appear to be, especially here. It's so many pretenders. What y'all think about folks that see other people happy online and be like, oh my God, I want that? Ugh.
I was not one of those people that was like online fully saying, oh, relationship goals, oh my God, I'm so happy for her, yes, black women should go and leave Blackistan and go be with a white man. Like, I was not one of those people at all. However, I did enjoy seeing this black woman apparently being loved on by her husband. I believe everyone deserves to have a happy ending regardless of what mistakes you made in your youth. And if you can manage it for yourself, if you can move on and really create a better life for yourself with someone else, what, you know, regardless of their race, I think that's wonderful. So that was always my perspective concerning the situation. With that being said, I'm extremely disappointed with what I am seeing unfold. Apparently, she is saying that he is not this man that came along and swept her off her feet and made her life better and made the lives of her children better. Or at least that's what she's saying in this live. Check this out.
You went to Minnesota or whatever your baby mother is from, and you've been nothing but a deadbeat to your daughter. You knew your daughter. You knew where she was. You did not try at all whatsoever. Let's be honest about the fact that I'm the one that made you see. I'm the one that made you see your daughter. Let's be honest about the fact that when I met you, you was lying about the fact that you had a daughter. Let's not, do you want me to share your text messages with your baby? Telling you don't be disrespectful to her, and I was writing her very respectfully. Let's be honest about the fact that you are a literal how angry I got when I found out that you can't see that little girl, and I told you to go and get a lawyer and go fight for your daughter. Literally pissed off that you wouldn't fight for your daughter, and you're like, I can't fight for my daughter. She's on an Indian reservation. Let's be honest about that.
That's how it all happened.
Yeah, let's be honest about that. Let's be honest about the fact that you lie. Let's be honest about the fact that you lie and say she was a one-night stand, but your mother even told me that y'all was together and you know, you did whatever you did. Let's be honest about that. Your mother, let's be honest about that. Because you told me to go on live and then you stopped yelling the way that you were yelling while I was silent. I was absolutely silent while you were yelling and being really aggressive. I was silent. I didn't say a word while you were being really, really, really aggressive. Remember? Remember that? Remember the way you just jumped up? And what happened to the baby when you jumped up to hit Raiden? The way that you did not take care of Race for the whole first year of his life. Let's just be very, very, very honest. Let's be Honest about it. Rose paid for every single aspect of your life, Brett. You literally did not have anything before. Let's be honest about that. You were 32 years old, living in somebody's basement on a mattress. Didn't even have a bed. Only on a mattress. Only on a mattress.
It's unfortunate, especially whenever you get to the point in your relationship where you're recording your spouse and you're trying to, I guess, present your case or however you're feeling. It never is a good look when you are the person recording them. That gives very narcissistic behavior. It really does. Maybe in this moment she was trying to defend herself because people were eating her up all over social media, in the comment section of the video, on TikTok, on Facebook, when they released their "We're Separated" video. So I'm guessing she felt the need to come online and defend herself as well as try to defame him at the same time. However, for me, it just looks crazy. But I'm gonna play the original video that kind of started this whole chain reaction. Take a look.
Rose told me that she wants to take a break, and in fairness, I kind of leave her here overwhelmed with the kids daily. Even at a time to when I dedicated more of my time to be at home, I was able to understand what it's like to have 4 kids on your neck all day.
Yeah, you were,
And
at first you were fine, but then you start to kind of like get overwhelmed for sure, noticeably.
to be fair, I dipped out pretty quick because I think I did that for about 2 months, and from cleaning up constantly to behavior shaping, like constantly correcting and everything like that. And they're at an age, they're always going to be at an age, but they're at an age to where they have a lot of energy and they need a lot of you and they pull a lot from you, and you are, you know, to your benefit. A lot of people on here were saying like Rose has, this is a mental thing, this is whatever, and yeah, I mean, you'll see things like that. The more ambitious people are going to feel like they're either trapped or that they're failing or that they got to have a drive to keep. Again, to be fair, I haven't been allowing you to have it, and I'm going to have to try. I'm going to give you some time, and I'm going to try to find a solution to where we can fix these problems.
There was a study that says like being a stay-at-home mom is equivalent to like 4 working jobs. But people often, especially people that are not stay-at-home moms, often downplay it. You don't get a break. Like when you work a job, you go, at least you know, like some type of headspace. I get it, you're at work, but like some type of headspace, you know. When you're a stay-at-home mom, you don't go to the grocery, you don't go anywhere. You don't go on a like anywhere by yourself.
What I think is pretty interesting about in the video that she kind of mentions that she does not like being a stay-at-home mom, how she basically feels smothered, she's overwhelmed, and her husband is saying, yeah, I kind of understand that. Due to the move, I haven't been home a lot to help you out with the kids. So he's, whether or not he genuinely feels that way, at least in that initial video, he seems as though he's empathetic and understanding to her feelings. It seems like their plan of action is for him to take the kids and for her to have a break. Now, what I think is really interesting about that is if he indeed did move their entire family to Hawaii, just, you know, off a whim, he has to set y'all up. Like, he's busy, he's gone because he's most likely trying to make sure that you guys are stable. He's trying to get things settled at home. He's trying to find ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think she could be more understanding in this situation, given the fact that it seemed like it was her whole plan or desire to move to Hawaii in the first place. If that is in fact true, yes, he's going to be gone and he's going to be trying to build your life in Hawaii. But watch this video and I'm going to come back really quick with what I think is the actual real cause, the real breakdown of why whatever they had going on, why it just imploded. Check this video out where she talks about what happened with the nanny.
My wife gave birth to my son 5 months ago, and after sitting in the house for a couple months, she decided she needed a vacation.
So I booked a flight to Hawaii. 24 hours after we arrived, I let my husband know that I did not want to leave and I wanted to live here.
I'm gonna stick beside her. Because initially we were on vacation, we did what tourists do, and we took a tour around the city.
That way we were able to find where we wanted to live on the island, and so we did some applications for apartments and ended up closing on the one that we wanted.
All within a week. The next morning I called and quit my job.
And I called the airlines and canceled my flight to make sure that I had flight credit so that I could go back to the mainland whenever I want to, because initially the flight was round trip.
Not anytime soon.
Because the nanny failed to sign her contract prior to her trip to Mexico, we were not locked into a contract with her.
And the kids will attend regular public school.
This was not in the plans at all whatsoever.
I will travel to the ends of the earth for my wife's happiness. My home is where my wife is.
I love you. Still own and operate our Airbnb remotely, and we have a managing team there in Arizona to take care of that.
We got it covered.
We got it covered. On his way back to the mainland today, leaving the kids and I to empty out our apartment. We'll see if he'll be back.
Don't worry.
You better be back.
I'll be back.
I personally will always be anti-nanny. The reason why I could never have a nanny is because I believe having a nanny in the house, whether it's someone that you're paying that's not related to you, or just a parent that's coming and staying with you for a couple months to a year or however long, I believe what begins to happen over time is you become handicapped. You really do. You become handicapped when it comes to your kids and caring for your kids. When you are a full-time parent, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, one of the things that you will quickly learn to do if you want to be successful and not lose your mind and not go crazy and not feel overwhelmed is to structure your day and structure your kids within your day. So get your kids on a routine, on a schedule, have things so that certain things are already laid out. They're already going to happen no matter what. The routine is for you and the kids so that then you can have time for yourself that you can anticipate, that you know is coming up. When you don't have this, what begins to happen is you just feel like, oh my God, kids everywhere. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. It's too much. Set up a schedule for everyone involved. So this includes snack time, any outings or events, bedtime especially. And it seems like once the nanny was no longer available to her, she forgot how to manage all 4 of her kids, and it just became too much for her. And regardless of the fact that she knows that her husband has to stabilize them in their new state, none of that seems to matter to her. She apparently was so unhappy that now she's willing to separate from her perfect husband that supposedly did all this, that, and the third. And now everything that she said about him and all the videos they made and all the things that she said and all the praise that she gave him when they were making TikToks that were going viral, now she looks crazy because she was going back on everything that she said. And it's like, now I really don't know what to believe from her, because were you just presenting a falsehood to go viral? Or are you just upset with your husband because when you made your video online and it started to go viral and get shared around, people were not automatically on your side, and so now you feel like you have to come out and disparage your husband so that you feel like you can defend yourself? I don't know. I'm not really sure. It's very much giving narcissistic behavior. I have to be honest. Ultimately, I think it's a sad situation because say these two cannot work it out. There are small children involved. This is really going to destabilize them if these two cannot get it together. This is why it's so important not to idolize any couples that you see on social media. Just because they say they are in a happy relationship does not mean that they truly are. And on the flip side of that, just because people are doing a lot of couple, posts and making content surrounding their marriage or relationship doesn't always mean they're being fake and phony. Just have a realistic attachment to these couples. Enjoy them here and there, but do not realistically become invested in them and start idolizing them, because you just never know what people are really going through in real life once they turn the camera off. But yes, that's all I have to say on this topic. I hope they work it out. Really, I genuinely do, for the sake of the kids that are involved, because these two adults made this choice and the kids are innocent, and that's really how I feel about it. But yes, comment below, tell me how you feel. What are your thoughts? What are your reactions to this whole thing going on? Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up before you go, and thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.